A man just used connections to get himself a security job, but instead of being grateful, he kept making things difficult for the director. All because he greeted the director warmly a few times. To avoid looking biased, the director didn't respond, but made him lose face in front of his coworkers. So one day he deliberately stopped the director's car at the gate. Not only did he refuse to let it in, but he also told him to park somewhere else so it wouldn't block the way. The director got a call and hurried downstairs, only to find his car waiting for him on the street. And even though the man clearly saw him coming out, he pretended not to notice. Left with no choice, the director had to use his own access card to get through the gate. What he never expected was that after kindly helping the guy get a job, he would end up being treated like this. Completely fed up, he called his son-in-law that night. He said he wanted to fire the guy's older brother. The younger brother was furious and demanded to know why he couldn't just do his job properly. But the older brother didn't think he did anything wrong. He insisted he was just following the rules. The younger brother gave up on him, said goodbye to his sister-in-law and left. The older brother still yelled insults as he walked away. His wife watched him being so unreasonable and felt totally let down. She told him he should learn to stand on his own instead of always relying on others. The man, hearing his own wife criticize him, broke down in tears. But instead of reflecting on himself, he acted like everyone owed him something. After losing the government security job, he ended up doing odd jobs at a construction site. Only then did he realize how easy his old job really was. One morning, his wife noticed the bruises on his arm from heavy lifting. Seeing how worn down he looked, her heart ached. So she swallowed her pride and asked her boss for help. She begged him to find her husband something easier. Since the law firm was growing, they did need a handyman. She patiently explained the job to her husband, worried his lower pay might bruise his ego. She even offered to switch salaries with him, but the boss said no immediately. He said spoiling him would only lead to more problems later. The man, though, never appreciated how much his wife was doing for him. One day, he found a broken flower pot on the street. He fixed it and put it on the front desk. The boss noticed he was into plants and kindly told him to grab some money from finance to buy flowers for the office. But after that, the man spent almost all his time tending to plants. He totally ignored his actual work. He even set aside some documents the boss asked him to mail, just so he could water the flowers. The boss called the wife into his office and politely warned her. He said because of the plants, the man had messed up several times already. He asked her to remind him to focus. She nodded quickly and promised to keep an eye on him. Before she could say more, the police called. Turns out, the man had left work without permission. He cut flowers from a public garden and tried to take them home. When a park guard stopped him, he started a fight. The boss told him that kind of behavior could actually be considered theft. But the man refused to admit fault and talked back stubbornly. He said if the flowers at the firm were all cut by me, then this place is practically a fence for stolen goods. Work stress made him even more sensitive and paranoid. One day, while helping him clean, his wife cut her hand on some glass. A colleague saw and quickly brought her a band-aid. The man walked in right at that moment, and instantly started imagining things. That night at dinner, his wife told him to take his job more seriously. She said she wouldn't clean up after him anymore. Enraged, he started blaming her for everything. For the first time, she couldn't take it anymore and slapped him a few times. The argument ended with both of them storming off.